guys. All right, we are back. Look at the house. We got superstar Diamond Doomy here. Say hi, Dad.
Hi.
Mom's here. Mom, say hi.
Hi.
And we got my cousin. This is my mom's brother's firstborn. Yes, my mom's older brother's firstborn daughter, my cousin. And this is my cousin Rochelle from the United Kingdom. God bless the king.
Whatever.
Colonizer.
Whatever.
So,
Hi.
I want to welcome her to the show. And today we're going to talk about, very quickly, about medical tourism in Sri Lanka. Is it a thing? Is it something that you should be thinking about? All right, so we'll be back talking more about that right after this. All right, so today what we're going to talk about is medical tourism here in Sri Lanka. Number one, both my mom and Rochelle are going to talk about this. Mom is Canadian, Rochelle is from the United Kingdom, both socialist countries that have socialized healthcare. So for my American friends, you guys don't know much about this, but my Australian friends, my UK friends, my Canadian friends, and those of you from India and etc. and Sri Lanka as well, you guys know about socialized medical care, that you pay into a fund and then you receive your health care. But we have Rochelle and my mom who both have opted to bypass the medical system in their home countries and come and have a very complex medical procedure. Would you say it's life-threatening, or would you say it's just serious?
I would say mine was serious. I didn't realize how serious. Prior to me coming to Sri Lanka, I was in pain. I was struggling for quite some time. I would say 2 years ago with this situation.
So let's take a step back. So from the diagnosis, when was that?
2 years ago.
And you were put on the waiting list?
Correct. On the waiting list, and to the point that the pain was excruciating. And I kept going backwards and forwards to consultants. So I was given an appointment. Basically what happened was I had a bleed. I was then told I might have endometrial cancer. So I was tested for that, which is when they found I had polyps. When they then burnt the polyps, they found that I had a prolapse, womb, cervix, possibly bladder at that time. Hence, I was put on the list. So going forward, fast track, I was given an appointment in February of this year to see the consultant, having waited already 2 years.
Sure. Without seeing anyone?
No.
With no treatment?
With no treatment, right? So February the 14th, and I clearly remember that because it was Valentine's Day, and I thought, oh, I'm going to go. I did get a message to say that my appointment had been cancelled and moved to June the 10th or 8th or 10th.
4 or 5 months later.
Correct. I picked up because I thought, I'm not happy with having to wait that long, still in pain. Having spoken to the NHS secretary, she said, oh, that's fine, we can move your appointment to April the 12th. So from June, move forward, fine, I was happy. 2 days before that appointment, I got a cancellation to say that it had been moved to the 8th of August. We are now in November, right? So I wrote to my doctors, my general practitioner. I then also informed the British Medical Association. I threatened to get them involved. And within 2 days, I got an appointment with my consultant with the Friendly Trust in the UK. I have now paid into the national insurance system for the past 35 years or more. And
just a roundabout number, how much would you say per month do you have to pay into that? It's a percent in your country?
from our wages.
From your wages. Do you know what that percentage is? Like 1% or something like that, or 3%?
I think it's about
3 or 5%. So in Canada, I think it's about 1% in Canada.
We don't pay, they don't take any more for...
No, not senior citizens. I said when we were younger, prior, okay, Mom?
Yeah.
Prior, it's about 1%. In Europe, it's about 3%. In South Korea, I paid about $200 minimum a month, and it goes up by salary.
According to salary.
According to your salary. But I had to pay into that every month.
Yeah. So it was quite a challenge because I wanted to ensure that I was going to get the right medical treatment. However, having spoken to the consultant, when I asked him after the examination, where do you see me on a scale of 1 to 10?
With 10 being
The worst.
like critical condition.
Critical.
Like, yeah.
Yeah?
Mhm.
He said I'm 8.5 to 9.
Wow.
So my question to him was, so what are you going to do about it? His response was, I have to put you on the waiting list. My counteract on that one was, if I was to pay you £11,000, you would see me tomorrow morning and my operation would be done, correct? He put his head down because he could not face me. However, going forward on that, I then thought, you know what, I'm just going to have to wait. Came back to my general practitioner, moaned and groaned, in and out of the surgery, backwards and forwards. And he just basically said, I've written, and the response came to me in a text message to say, really sorry, we cannot take this further, you have to sit on the waiting list. The waiting list going forward would be 3 years. In total, 5 years, yeah?
From diagnosis.
From diagnosis.
Now, I'll stop you there. Mom, you're in the same type of situation. From your diagnosis, what were you told for the wait list? And this is in Canada.
In Canada.
And how many, this is years ago though?
Yeah, this was a couple of years ago. I would say about 6 or 7 years ago.
Okay. So from diagnosis?
Not that, I was having this and I was examined, and then the doctor told me yes. But she said, first I have to make an appointment with a specialist, and it's going to take around 3 to 4 months before you can get an appointment with a specialist.
Okay, keep talking.
And then finally, after I see the specialist, it will take him or her about another 3 to 4 months to get the hospital and get things ready for surgery. So at that time, I was coming to Sri Lanka on holiday, and when I came in here, I met my sisters. I met with a few people and asked them to recommend a good gynecologist, and they recommended 1 or 2 people and doctors, and I selected one, and I met with him, and he examined me, and he said, yeah, he told me that my womb was also pushing my bladder down, and if I had to wait another 8 months, it would have been worse. So
yeah, these kinds of things you have to get taken care of right away.
Then he said, okay, what I can do is, I mean, it was a very uncomfortable situation. It's because I couldn't even sit properly for a long time. Anyway, I said okay, and he said, when do you want the operation done, surgery done? He said, I cannot do it this week because I am going out of town. How about next week? I said, fine. Yeah. So and that was the end of it.
Now, this was in a private hospital?
It was in a private hospital.
Approximately how much?
It cost me, I would say, between 2,900, more than 2,900, less than $3,000 Canadian.
So 3,000 Canadian?
3,000 Canadian. on a
About 2,200 US.
not even a standard room, but an upgraded room.
And hospital stay for 3-4 days?
I stayed in the hospital for 3 days. With passage for me too. Yeah, with passage, with also.
And how much did you pay?
I paid for the whole op, consultation, general anesthetic, the whole caboodle, including a 48-hour stay in the hospital, £1,000.
Like, there you go.
Sorry, beg your pardon, 2,500
Pounds. Yeah. Same, approximately the same, right? So there you go, guys. We're gonna follow up.
Correction. £1,000 plus 1,500.
Still, not a huge amount. Plus the cost of an airplane trip to a tropical island. I mean,
Absolutely.
you know, you got to see family. Unfortunately, you got to hang out with us.
I don't mind. I get fed very well.
But that is the story about medical tourism here in Sri Lanka. If you want more information, I'm going to post a few links to some of the two major hospitals, Ansari Hospital and King's Hospital. Those are the two main hospitals here in Sri Lanka. I'm going to post their websites for you guys. And if you have any questions, please post a comment below. I will ask Mom or Rochelle to follow up with the answers to the questions, because I don't have to do any of that. I just go to the doctor for my blood tests and stuff like that. Well, I mean, I did go to the doctor for nerves and everything else.
The other private hospital that is also really good is Durban's.
Yeah, Durban's. We'll talk about Durban. So I'll post those things. I want to thank my cousin Rochelle. I want to thank Mom. Mom say
hi.
No, Mom say like
and subscribe. Please.
Very good. Dad, what do you got to say?
Same as what she said.
What did she say? You forgot. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Like. What do you say? Live. Like and subscribe. Special shout out and thanks to my cousin Rochelle, who I have known for years and years and years, but have only met twice. Once for a few hours, the day I was leaving for the Philippines, if you guys remember, and then now. So in the total span of like 10 years that we've Facebooked and chatted online, we have only met twice.
In the same year.
In the same year, but
same year.
We're going to be going out on Saturday night. You guys got to follow us along with that and see you all on the other side. I'm Sri Lankan Sammi. Learn to live life. Don't let life live you. I am